slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. The Seahawks at 0-11 now in the year. And, Charles, it's a bleak picture, just to be frank, when you're in a hole like this.
And they're starting to run out of time. Not many games left in the season, so everyone's talking about find some inspiration. What they really need to find is some consistent and better play. That's the only way they'll find that win that they're seeking.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Ready.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they enter play one from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game, watching him try to take away that area of the field.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days. Pushing his way through. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, this is Amari Hampton. And a solid run down inside the 30. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy this caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Right side, he has Johnston. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Herbert going to give to Hampton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They had 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon.
So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open. He has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Seahawks, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. It'll be a gain of 5. And it's 2nd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Running right, here's Walker. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third and 2.
Come on. Set. Cowboy 8.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Well, so much for that possession.
Yeah, I think he tried to do a little too much there, partner. He tried to keep it himself. Ended up getting buried in the backfield, and that brings up 4th down.
Davis now to return it. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
That's a short one here, complete to the tight end. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
And the Chargers, first down.
Charger football to start quarter number 2.
First down.
As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Hampton. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's the thing, the beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Hampton.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
3rd and 4. Herbert now. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Get it.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
70 line.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returnable here for Davis. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 47-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First down, Chargers.
We'll work inside here, Hampton. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Kappa. 5-9. Hey, Kappa. What is it?
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Devin Witherspoon takes him down defensively.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Go, go. Baylor tight.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Throw left side, complete. That's Hampton. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Campa.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he's got it. Touchdown.
Trey Palmer.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination. But the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
And it's good to make it 14-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
2nd and 10.
Get it.
Back to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
70, ready.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a draw play. It's Walker. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
18 Rattler. Back.
He'll look to throw here. Now he'll tuck, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A 2-touchdown game, 14-0 the score as we get rolling again here in this second half. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Come on, come on.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
2nd and 13. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments and points of their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete here.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Set.
Give here to Hampton. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Cameron Dicker on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
I put money down on all of us, on my people now, on what I love. Ooh, baby, we run it up. Yeah, the minute the time is up.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Now first carry for their fullback. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Darnold now to throw. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Darnold. Outright to Smith-Njigba.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Chargers' 49-yard line.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and a yard.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
To throw is Darnold. Connecting with Kupp here on the out route.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
10 yards on the big pickup.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one as a receiver is got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now it's Darnold. He finds his man complete. It's Horton. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll toss this out right to Walker.
And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
We're going to set.
A play fake, and it's Darnold.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. The drive begins with a carry by Hampton. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Ready.
Here's Herbert. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Let's go.
Here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Here we go, set.
Off of play action, Darnold.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after.
Open man, it's Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers.
A great play there. 27 yards.
And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point try now from Dicker.
And the lead is now 24. Kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Darnold. That'll be caught. It's caught. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the fourth is not going to be an easy task. But that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
And managed to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. Here's Darnold. On the slant, here's Smith-Njigba. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 19. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. On the counter, it's Walker. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. Darnold from the gun. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. So this one's over. It's in the win.